The significant events of volleyball. In 1900, a special ball was designed for the sports. In 1916, the Philippines, an offensive style of passing the ball in a high trajectory to be struck by another player. The set and spike were introduced. In 1917, the game was changed from 21 to 15 points. In 1920, free hits per side and back row attack rules were instituted. In 1922, the first YMCA National Championship were held in Brooklyn. New York had 27 teams from 11 states were represented. In 1928, it became clear that the tournament and rules were needed, so the United States Volleyball Association, or the USVVA, or now US Volleyball, was formed. The first US Open was staged at the field was open to non-YMCA squad. In 1930, the first two-man beach game was played. In 1934, the national volleyball referees were approved and recognized. In 1937, the AAU convention in Boston, action was taken to recognize the US Volleyball Association as the official national governing body in the US. In 1947, the Federation Internationale de Volleyball, or the FIVB, was founded. In 1948, the first two-man beach tournament was held. In 1949, the initial World Championship were held in. In 1964, the volleyball was introduced to the Olympic Games in Tokyo. In 1965, the California Beach Volleyball Association, or the CVVA, was formed. In 1974, the World Championship in Mexico were telecast in Japan. In 1975, the U.S. national women's team began a year-round training regime in Pasadena, Texas. Moved to Colorado Springs in 1979, Coto de Casa in Fountain Valley in California in 1980, and San Diego, California in 1985. 1977, the U.S. national men's team began a year-round training regime in Dayton, Ohio, moved to San Diego, California in 1981. In 1983, the Association of Volleyball Professional, or the AVP, was formed. In 1984, the U.S. won their first medal at the Olympics in Los Angeles. The men won the gold and the women is the silver. In 1986, the Women's Professional Volleyball Association, or the WPVA, was formed. In 1988, the U.S. men repeated the gold in the Olympics in Korea. In 1990, the World League was created. In 1995, the sport of volleyball was 100 years old. In 1996, two-person beach volleyball became an Olympic sport. Did you know, guys, that 800 million volleyball players around the world and 46 million players is from the US?